Hello. Welcome back to Mik'd. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're excited to be here. Lots to talk about. A lot of the same old stuff. The coaching carousel is spinning. I feel like it's malfunctioned, and it's spinning really fast right now because there's a lot of shit that continues to be continue to unfold in college football. It is a soap opera like no other. You got three teams courting one coach. One of the three teams, that current coach is already there. I think they're more nervous than some of the other schools that may or may not get him. You've had another head coach who is very highly regarded leave one school in the middle of the regular season, get hired by another school in the middle of that same regular season, and will be part of that school with 2 games to go. Kind of a wild sequence of events that happened with James Franklin, but he is now at Virginia Tech. We're going to talk about some of the other names. Jon Sumrall apparently never didn't even know that he had a meeting in Florida.
No, he did have a meeting.
I mean, it seems like he didn't know. They must have forgot to send him the calendar invite because he said, "I'm not interested in a meeting that I don't know anything about." Then he posts a picture that's a little trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a little Lane Kiffin-esque about the only meetings that he had today were with his quarterbacks, and it was a picture of the quarterback room. Feels like you don't post that picture if you canceled the meeting. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was a meeting on the books and you canceled it. There's no reason why you would post this picture outside of the fact that maybe there was never really a meeting and got leaked just as a negotiating point. I don't know. Maybe he had the meeting in Florida canceled and he's just trolling Florida. I don't know the situation. But coaching search is very much the topic of conversation. There's some rumblings down there in Texas too, where to the point where Sark had to acknowledge that or answer a question about that in the SEC teleconference today. So there's trouble brewing a little bit everywhere. That's fine. We're going to talk all about that. Obviously, LSU has a football game this weekend. Senior Day at home against Western Kentucky, who is, I think, 8-2 or 7-2, coming into Baton Rouge Saturday night. So we will talk a little bit about that, but obviously the coaching search, who's LSU going to get, where do they go if they don't get Lane? Those are the topics of conversation. It's Wednesday, so it's Ask Mikey and Mitch. We had it out there earlier today. Throw your questions in the chat. Ask us whatever you want. We're here with you until about 8 o'clock tonight. But we are joined by, I mean, at this point, Lloyd, you've got to be like sick of this conversation.
Oh, man.
But you're thriving in it. Twitter's been wild.
That's what I was going to say. It's not like I can run from it. I might as well. I would be doing this regardless, right? I think we're all in the same boat of nobody has any real information. It's just a wait-and-see game, but everybody keeps checking Twitter to find information because you want to know what's happening. And I think that's where everybody is. Yeah. So I'd be doing the same thing regardless.
You're right. But we won't talk about it as much. I mean, you got 2 shows. You know, you're a busy man.
And this is the same. Like, this is the only conversation that's going on. We've tried to talk a little bit about
basketball?
LSU. Oh God, no! I did that today, and I just sat here and I learned
basketball
about
4-0, 4 20-point plus wins.
Yeah, I think he made it sound like they're not very good, but
they're undefeated. A ton of competition. They have, I think, talent-wise, they're better than they have been. I don't know how good they are. We'll find out here in the next few weeks because they're starting to play some Power 5 teams.
It's exciting.
Texas Tech being the biggest one on the third. Yeah, so, there's other things to talk about, but obviously this will be the topic of conversation until the decision is made, which I think there's been rumors, and people think that it's going to happen Sunday or Monday. We'll see what happens. We're also joined by our 2-time national champion, baseball and football at LSU, first-round draft pick by the Chicago White Sox, SEC Network pundit, co-host of Mik'd, Jay Mitch. Hello.
How y'all living, man? How y'all doing today?
Jay Mitch, you're giving us all the rumors that are happening in Texas too, which is like we got boots on the ground all down I-10. It's wild.
Yeah, they say this thing's popping off a little bit everywhere, so you can see it. Obviously, Sarkisian was, doing his thing in the presser today, having to kind of debunk some of the things going on around there. We're not used to seeing this stuff this early, man. There's 2 weeks left in the regular season, and coaches are having to fend off and use the stiff arm this early. It's not It's not new. Just like you talked about earlier, there's another coach that got fired midseason, got searched for midseason, and he's hired in the building in a different school before the regular season is even over. That's a 3-month period. Think about it. There's 12 weeks. There's 3 months. Fired, started the season, fired, searched for, hired, and he's in a different building in the same industry.
With 2 games to spare.
3 months.
With 2 games to spare.
It's crazy.
We've
never seen it like this before, and I think as these numbers keep going up and there's more money dumped into this stuff, people kind of want to get out ahead of it, right? Like, if I'm going to hire somebody for this much money, I'm dumping somebody early because I want to make sure I find the right guy on the other side of it. So people are trying to get ahead of that, and everybody's got pressure. All these big schools now have pressure to be like, let's be honest, let's call it the truth. If you are a big school, you got pressure to be a top 10 team. If you're not a big school, getting into that 11 or 12 spot, great. Being one of those top 10 teams is where you want to be, because that's your only real way of being guaranteed a spot in the college football playoffs. So that is like the bar around the country. If you're a big school and people are expecting you to win, is we need you to be a top 10 team. And I would have to say probably more often than not, or I start looking elsewhere, because there's a lot of money being paid and we want you to be winning to be able to say that this makes sense for us to pay you this amount of money. So it's kind of crazy times right now. We haven't really seen it like this before, and it's only going to keep heating up, right? Because we haven't reached the end of that 12-game schedule yet.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy time right now. I mean, we talked about James Franklin. You watch him in the interview on the Pat McAfee show. He's sitting in his new office in Blacksburg, Virginia, in his suit with his maroon tie, talking about, we're going to have a big recruiting weekend here. Let's pack the stadium. Let's, doing the same things. We have to do all this, which is right, because that's his team. 2 months ago, he was doing the same thing at Penn State. It's just a crazy world that college football is now. It's like you said, it's the mini NFL. Stuff that happens in the NFL like this. I still don't know if I've ever seen somebody get fired in the NFL and get hired by another team in the middle of that same season. And that's a longer season. Crazy times, but times that we live in, so times that we have to navigate and talk about. Obviously, Lane Kiffin is the belle of the ball. He is the one that everybody wants. He is in the center of all of these rumors. He's done nothing to, I guess, burn out or put out the fire. He's done nothing to push people off of something, because I mean, honestly, I think he's being as honest as anybody. Yeah, I've been courted by other teams. I'm not going to talk about other jobs while the season's going on. I like where I'm at. I believe that he does like where he's at. His team is a really good team. They've put himself in the playoff picture, which very likely they're going to be in the playoffs. He has a big game with the Egg Bowl next weekend, and I think he enjoys where he's at. But he'd be, in my opinion, as a professional, you would be crazy not to entertain other offers. I'm not saying you have to be disloyal. But if somebody came to you in a job and you're working and you're happy with your job, you don't have any complaints, but somebody comes to you with another job offer, they want you, so they're going to start throwing out everything they got, rolling out the red carpet to try to get you, right? That can only benefit you. Either you go there to a better opportunity, or the place you're at now matches their offer and you ended up getting a raise and whatever it may be. As a professional, you entertain that. Now, you get all the options and you make whichever decision is best for you. And so, in my opinion, he's not doing anything that I wouldn't do. Hey, yeah, I've been courted by other teams, but I do like where I'm at. I do think that we can win here, but I got to see what else is out there. And it feels like everybody talks about salary, this and that. Yeah, of course, that's part of it. But it feels like the stuff that you're reading and hearing, that part of these negotiations is what school is going to be able to put together the best NIL package that's on top of the revenue sharing. And I think that he values that, Lane Kiffin values that more than just the salary. And I think that's kind of where he's at right now. Ole Miss is going to match anything that anybody else offers salary-wise. I think that's a given. But can they match what other people are offering? I'm not just saying LSU. I'm talking about Florida as well, right? whatever that package is Ole Miss going to be able to secure enough of that funding to say, yeah, we can guarantee this? I don't know. Maybe they can. But I think, to me, that's kind of what this negotiations for Lane Kiffin are about, is like, yeah, the money's great, but show me how much money I can have to go out and just dominate the portal and have success. At least that's what it feels like. I don't know if y'all feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's a changing world. I don't think he's necessarily searching for and really trying to go get top dollar. It's about, if I'm going to leave this current situation, which, do I think they're the leading candidate? No, I don't. But I do think they're somewhat still in the picture to go back. I just don't think that that's actually going to happen, because of the two that we know of, at least right now, are just much better opportunities if they're done right. And so I think what he's looking at right now is like, yes, obviously, I want to be compensated correctly. I want to be compensated fairly. But also, if I'm going to come here and I'm going to leave this situation where I got this thing, the ball's not rolling. There's a little bit of an avalanche at this point, what they've done there recently and how it's gone. If I've gotten this thing to this and I'm going to walk away from it, I want to know that you're going to support this program, and not just my pocket, the actual program the way it needs to be supported when I take off and leave here. So those packages of what you're going to do of NIL and the revenue sharing and how we're going to do everything around, I need to be able to see that those things are up to par, or you're not the spot for me. So I think figuring all of that stuff out, and the last little part of it too, which I don't think is, it may be fourth on the list, but I still think it's a decent priority for him. He does have a son who is very close to being a college ball player. He wants to put him in the best position to go out there and play as well. So that's going to be part of it as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts. Lloyd, what's your take on that?
I do think that there is a world in which, I mean, I guess it's interesting if you.
Oh, you fixed your camera.
I did. Put a new one up. Bang.
Now
the other one, I don't know what we're going to do when we go on the road, because we use both of those, but we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But obviously the reports of, I think it got to a fever pitch with Florida, and they were so confident because of the Kiffin family visiting, right? Like, obviously she's from there. They went to high schools to go see, where Knox would go and where he could play and all these things. And then house hunting, he brought his brother, and his brother's wife went. They have kids that are at elementary school, so they have to go do all of their due diligence if he's going to come with them to whatever school they make, and that makes me seem like he is. So Florida was up here because they're like, oh, he's visiting. Why would they not think he's going to go there?
And the next day.
But fast forward one day, and then that's where it kind of got to be, LSU is actually very real in this picture, because Florida was on Twitter, was very much like, this is a done deal.
Right.
You see LSU, and they do all of the same things. They go house hunting, they go school shopping, and it becomes, okay, these two are very real options. And then that leads to Ole Miss going, what the fuck's going on? Like, we have a bye week, which is why it kind of got to this point, because he has nothing else to do. He'll do some coaching, but he really can't search around. And then now it reaches a fever pitch on Ole Miss's side of an ultimatum that's not an ultimatum, but it feels like an ultimatum. And then it gets to the point where he's on the SEC teleconference, and I have it here, where he has to, at some point he was going to have to answer questions about this, and there's really not much he can say or say right, I guess. But here is Lane Kiffin talking about the situation. I believe it was Wilson that asked. But
Yeah,
about what's going on.
Last question, I think.
Yeah, in Lane's world, because Pat McAfee did not do any of this.
Next will be Chris Vanandi of The Athletic.
Oh.
Let's get 2 minutes.
Yeah, Lane, I mean, do you expect to coach next week as you're preparing for this game?
You know something I don't know?
I'm asking you.
Do I expect to coach next week? Why would I not expect to coach next week? I mean, I expected to coach against Florida too. So I don't even understand the question how I would not expect to coach next week. Why would I be at work?
No.
Weirdly worded question. Do you expect to coach next week? Like, he's going to say, yes, I expect to coach next week.
Why wouldn't I?
Right. Like, that was a very – but that's not Wilson Alexander. Wilson Alexander asked him.
This is the Lane portion of the SEC teleconference. It's 2 minutes. I didn't go through and cut anything. I just thought, I think the whole thing's interesting.
It is. And he says that, and then Wilson Alexander at the end of that asked him what was his thoughts on what was his family's thoughts on the trip to Baton Rouge, and he said he's not going to answer any of that. Like, And in this teleconference, he admitted that he's been courted by some other teams. I mean, I'd imagine that Florida and LSU have been having conversations with him, and he said, "Hey, listen, I'm not going to do anything until we have this bye week, because now we got some time. My wife and my kid can go out there, and I'm not taking away from what I'm doing." I think he's navigating it
as well
pretty
as he
well.
can.
Like, honestly, I understand Ole Miss wants to have answers, but like, this guy's making it a big decision. I don't know. It feels like he's navigating it pretty well.
I also think too, like mid-season, while this thing's going on, like we're not used to seeing this. He's still currently employed. I don't care if it's the bye week or not. What the hell does he need to be in Gainesville or Baton Rouge for?
Right.
Or wherever else it could possibly be.
Right.
What does he need to be there for?
He does not.
He doesn't. So like that, and I think that's kind of the point where it's like, yeah, I'm not there. These people are there. These people being his family, but like, what else do you want me to say? I think not only does it protect him in terms of how he's going to speak about it or how he's going to ask about it because he wasn't physically there, but like it also protects him and his peace and how he's trying to go about doing things with his own team, because they don't get to see him absent, if you will. They don't get to see him returning, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. It's just, like I said, I think he's handling it well.
That's the thing. Is like, what do you want him to say? He knew he was going to get asked about this, and this like, I'm operating as if I am the head coach at Ole Miss.
I haven't changed the way that I'm coaching here.
Right.
Like,
he hasn't brought any like. Now the rumors and speculation, all of that. Yes, I get why Ole Miss got this way, and it's like.
And Ole Miss is not wrong for that either.
No, because if this is real, we have to. It would be nice to know so we could make a hire, and then
correct.
You see. That's why the Sumrall thing that happened today was so interesting. It was. Oh, Florida and Sumrall are now have a meeting scheduled, and then it comes out that the meeting was canceled or never. Tulane denied that it was ever on the books.
Let me ask you this: if Florida leaked that, right? If that was Florida's intention, what good does that do Florida? Do they think that Lane Kiffin's going to panic and say, "Oh, I got to make my decision if I want to go to Florida before they hire him"? Like, I don't think that did anything. But like, okay, like. Hey, it's a tough decision, obviously. It's not a slam dunk
LSU
there.
Over Florida, right.
Or it's not a slam dunk Florida over LSU. It's not, like, in my opinion, the only reason Florida does that is if they think he's definitely going there and they got to force him into making a decision early, which I don't think – I think that does the opposite.
No, you got to play his game. If anything, it's Sumrall putting himself out there that he's willing to either A, take a meeting, or B – like that I'm in these coaching searches and this is driving up, like I could go here if I wanted to. I don't know what else it would do. Like I don't know how it benefits Florida.
Correct.
To try to hold Lane's feet to the fire. I think it's more so like trying to.
And it doesn't benefit Sumrall. Like the more interest Sumrall's got, the better it's going to be for his next contract.
Right. So I don't know.
So that's a weird situation.
Yeah, I do think a lot, but this is uncharted territory. I mean, there's a lot of teams not used to having to do this early, and I think a lot of people want to be. They want the next. More so, I don't even think it's more so, like you're not used to having to basically compete with this many people and be open this early and to be vacant at that spot for this long. And I think a lot of people are in a situation where they're like, man, we don't want to get left at the altar. So we want an answer right now. We want to do this and maybe panicking a little bit on their side of it, knowing that like, I think Florida, I think LSU, I think a lot of these schools that are coming, if Texas were to come open, if that is a real thing, I think they all understand what the going rate is for the kind of guy that they want, and they're okay with that, but they're not okay with it being open and being left at the altar. And I think that's something new for a lot of these teams in this situation.
Yeah, no doubt. This is uncharted territory for college football, and it's the situation we're in, right? And that's what Lane said. He was like, look, the way the system is, if a team fires their coach in the middle of the season and wants to go after the active coaches with experience that are good, those coaches are probably going to be playing in the playoffs. And people are like, well, man, why would you want to leave a school if you're coaching in the playoffs at that set school? And he's, well, because maybe someone offers you a bigger salary, better opportunity, maybe longevity is better. You did it with Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly up and left his team that was in the playoffs. Like, this is about to be a normal thing. And Lane mentioned that. He said it's just kind of a systemic type of problem that you have in college football because of all the timing of things. And so people are shocked that, like, oh, why would you leave? Well, it's just people have done it, right? Like, you leave because that's the times someone gets an opportunity to talk to you, right? Why do people leave that are doing well at jobs with non-competes and go somewhere else? Because they have a better opportunity at somewhere else. They feel that the opportunity is better somewhere else, so they're going to go that way. It's the same thing that's going on right now. It's just I don't know how you can't fix it because timing-wise of recruiting and portal and that kind of stuff. And it's a crazy deal, dude. It's a crazy, crazy situation. Ask Mikey and Mitch. Throw your questions in the chat if you got them.
And the other name that has gotten a ton of run, I guess 2 of them, one of which being this Dillingham story continues to.
We talked about that. Okay, so we all talked about liking Dillingham, right? Like, okay, yeah, he's on the odds and could go there. He's been asked a couple times, but then all of a sudden, like the last couple days, this Dillingham thing has kind of gotten more heat behind it as far as like him being the second behind Lane Kiffin. But there's been really nothing coming out to warrant those rumors, right?
The only thing that I would think is his quarterback being rumored to hit the portal, right? That would be the one thing. It's like, oh, if he's leaving, that probably means that Dillingham is leaving. And they're a package deal,
right?
And so then it became, okay, you look across the country who feels like quote unquote needs a quarterback and wants a head coach, and it's
little puppeteer going on,
right?
Yeah.
And so I think people were like kind of reading between the lines of like, oh, this looks like it's going to LSU, but Levitt is not in the portal. I know that it was reported by Nakos that the Nakos had the DMs, I guess, leaked by Levitt's brother that said, look, he's not in the portal yet. He's weighing all of his options. And then they just asked Dillingham about it during his teleconference, and he said, nothing's changed between me and Levitt. Like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
And so that could mean wherever I go, he's coming with.
Right. And so maybe Levitt's like, oh, there's some rumors. So he probably made a comment to somebody and said, like, I got to weigh all my options, which means, hey, if my head coach is not here,
I'm going with him.
I'm going to go with him or look somewhere else. If my head coach is here, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's been hurt this year.
Like, that's the options. Like, so I guess that would be why that. But yeah, and everybody hates Drinkwitz.
Yeah,
nobody wants, like, not even just at LSU. No other school wants him. I'm like, I get it, but I think people are a little missing the boat a little bit on that one.
I just don't get the animosity.
Me either. I mean, can't deny what he's been doing.
No, like I said, I feel like people just don't like the cut of his jib.
Correct.
If you will.
Correct.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's kind of wild how nobody's like super in or super hot on him after what he's been able to do at the school he's been able to do it at and in the conference he's doing it in. This Missouri has never, ever been a powerhouse and or really thought of as somebody to look at, especially since they've jumped into the SEC. Now, if you want to talk about Missouri, when there was a Chase Daniel and there was what's his name, the Jeremy Macklin and those days, I guess, okay, that's a different conversation. The Big 12 days when it was literally 7-on-7 football, if you want to call it that. Okay, whatever. But other than that, name me a time where you looked at as Missouri as a serious national player. They've walked into, although on the fringe, they've walked into that conversation with him there. Nobody is looking at Drinkwitz like, hey, he's that guy, which is kind of wild to me because he's obviously done a great job there.
Great job.
The only time that I would say Missouri is when they won the SEC East twice in 2013, 2014. They kind of came in here, but the SEC East wasn't good.
Right.
There was nobody in the East that was worth a fuck. Like, Georgia wasn't good yet. It was still the back end of who's my guy that eventually left and went to Miami. But it was kind of over. The writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Kirby yet. And then that pretty much ended. They lost to Auburn in 2013. They lost to Alabama in 2014. But they did go. And that's when they had old buddy that was doing cocaine, the quarterback.
Who's that?
I forgot his name. But it was out there.
He's in the NFL.
He was for a second. No, it's not him.
What was his? Well, why can't I think of his name?
I don't know.
He's good drafted by the Giants. He played everywhere. He was dancing on the sidelines. Played for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. Jesus Christ.
No, that's not the cocaine guy. It's the guy before that.
Oh. I don't know who that is. Look, I'm not saying I have no problem with Drinkwitz. Matty Mock. I think he's a great coach. I get, though, the personality and people don't like him, but his players love playing for him. So I don't get the animosity. I agree with you. I don't get the animosity towards him. I understand.
We can even keep saying the players love playing for him, but like they perform too. He lost the D coordinator who brought him a top 10 defense, and they've only still done the same thing. He brought in another guy, so he's obviously doing a good job at vetting and fielding coordinators to come in and do well there. Like, he's putting together good coaching staffs. He's putting together good teams, and like you said, his players enjoy playing for him. So I don't care what the haircut looks like, what the hat looks like. I've seen all the conjecture that's going on around him. He's obviously a damn good coach.
Yeah, and look, and he wins and game plans, right? Like, for what he's got. He's on his third quarterback, and they're still winning games, right? Like, his backup, Prabula, could potentially play this weekend, but, like, he is on his third-string quarterback, and he's figuring out different ways to win. His running back ran for 300-something yards, but, like, to me, that's a product of good coaching, right? Understanding what you have personnel-wise and relying on different people and those people stepping up and actually performing for you whenever their number's called. Like, to me, that's great preparation by the player, but that comes from the coaching staff, right? Putting guys in a position to succeed and creating game plans for those guys to have the best game possible, right? Based off your personnel. He's done that. He's on his third quarterback. He's on a running back that they got from ULM. Hey, we're going to rely on you. And the guy goes for 300 yards in the last game. And it's just, to me, that's good coaching.
Look, I'll say this too, and this is, I don't know, I've only heard good things about him. And that's why I sit here with the stance that I have, because I've only heard good things about him. But I'll also say this is a little bit, if you want to look under the hood or look under the cover a little bit, go back to the first game of the year. He had dual quarterbacks. Neither one of them had won the job. You had Sam Cook and you had Bo Prabula. If y'all remember correctly, Sam Cook was also a starting pitcher on the baseball team who was drafted this past year. Sam Cook had every opportunity to say, you know what? I'm good. If you're not going to guarantee me I can play here, let me go start my professional career. Somehow, they were, and this has a little bit to do with Sam Cook as well, but there was enough of a relationship and an honest conversation to let him know that you have an opportunity. I'm not giving it to you. Is that worth it for you to come back? And Sam Cook did. Now, obviously, unfortunately, Sam Cook got hurt in that first game of the year, and he's been out for the year. But my point is if you're able to get guys to make that kind of a decision, I think that speaks loudly about the man you are and what kind of program you're running as well.
Yeah, 100%. But I think Lloyd said it best. They don't like the what'd you say?
The cut of his jib.
The cut of his jib. I think that's a good way to say it. They don't like how it looks.
They don't like the way that which is so. I guess it's a way to judge somebody.
I like winning. The way winning looks great.
Yeah, winning jibs do it for me. I like.
Okay, so I guess my next question is this.
And there's probably the quote too.
Right. The quote definitely doesn't help.
No, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Lane Kiffin decides he's not coming to LSU. Do y'all believe Kenny Dillingham really is the second choice?
I mean, I threw that name out there earlier, so it was a name that I liked, just because. Sidebar: would I have wanted James Franklin? No, I don't at all. But if y'all got a chance to listen to a little bit of what he did today in that press conference, when he was on Pat McAfee's show today, he spoke and he talked about what he wanted to do and how much he was bought in, and that he doesn't have any hobbies, and this is his hobby. His wife says he doesn't have any other talent and or skills, and this is all he does. That's the mindset that I want from my coach.
Correct.
Coming in. And I feel like that is how somebody like Kenny Dillingham, who is all of 35 years old, who's young as hell, who has ascended to a head coach spot really early and has had success early, but not enough for him to just rest on his laurels. I feel like that is how, if he's going to leave his alma mater, the place he used to paint his damn chest and go to watch the games as a fan, if he's going to leave that place that he's already the head coach of, that he's already taken to a college football playoffs, you damn sure he's going to approach it the same way that James Franklin talked about.
Yeah.
I tend to think that somebody coming into an LSU job that way, man, that's a dangerous spot in terms for everyone else looking at LSU, because that's the kind of person that can make that place take off.
Right.
So I already like the idea of him coming because of something like that.
Yeah, and look, James Franklin had a lot. He's a great program builder. So I think we talked about that on Monday. I think him and Virginia Tech is a perfect marriage. But you want somebody, like you said, with that mentality. I don't know. I mean, Dillingham seems like he's that guy. He's young enough and he's hungry enough. Is he going to leave Arizona State? I don't know. Who else after him, though? Right? Like, we just talked about Drinkwitz. People don't like him here.
I don't think that matters. And when they're trying to hire him, like, you're going to like him if he wins. Right. You have to. You can't.
They may be tougher on him early on than other coaches, but
it'll be a whole lot of "I told you so"s if he doesn't win.
Right.
Here's a question. I got one for y'all. I mean, I'm not trying to turn it at all, but I do think that this is an important way to think about it. If not Lane Kiffin, does LSU go outside of the box of the usual suspects that we keep hearing those names pop up? Is that more likely than one of the 3 to 4 names that we keep hearing thrown around in the conversation as well? If it's not Lane Kiffin, do they go outside of the box?
I don't know.
I.e., basically like they did with the Brian Kelly hire.
That's what I'm about to say.
Nobody thought it was him. Either they didn't land the people that they wanted, or Brian Kelly was a guy all along, but they went outside the box. Do they go outside the box?
I don't know, because that's a Scott Woodward move, right? He did it with Jay Johnson. He did it with Brian Kelly. Hey, you have all this stuff going on over here, all this smoke, and I'm just going to sneak around the back door and I'm going to make a deal with a guy. It didn't work out with Brian Kelly. It's worked out with Jay Johnson. So maybe they're trying to take a little, play out of his playbook.
I wish I really knew the landscape of everything when Nick Saban was hired. I know for a fact he wasn't like the hottest name out, but I also wish I knew the landscape of everything else that was going on around it, and then how they ended up kind of at that decision.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess there could be a dark horse, but who would that dark horse be? Yeah, my darkest of dark horses, I don't think is realistic of coming here.
Eric Morris?
And that's Eric Morris.
But that would be outside the box also.
That would be outside of the state. That would be not just a box. You're going outside
Never
of
really done it.
Yeah, this is something that would be unprecedented. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I think the guy's great.
But at the same time, and I'm with you. I'm not saying that he's definitely a long shot. So I agree with you to a large extent there. But he's also a name we've heard.
Right.
We haven't nobody heard Brian Kelly.
Right.
That was not a whisper at all. Is it? And I guess that's kind of where I'm coming from. Outside of any of the names that we've kind of just heard. And don't get me wrong, Eric Morris, yes, he's a long shot, so he doesn't necessarily fit. He fits more in the box that you're talking about than the one that I'm talking about. But that's kind of what you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what other coaches out there would you not have heard of that you would go get, right?
Right. I don't think
there's really nobody out there like Brian Kelly, because they're not going to go and get the guy that's 60 years old and go do that. They're not going to do that. But there's other young coaches that are super successful, right?
I do think there's a world in which if they get, I think it's Lane Kiffin or bust, right? That's what it feels like. You have probably other names on the list. Another name on that list has to be Frank Wilson, because you can do it the way that
I don't think so, dude.
If you want to put all of your money into NIL, transfer portal, recruiting, Frank will take whatever deal you give him, and then you're able to build it that way, and you go find a coordinator, and you go back to that.
I understand, but we saw how that worked. It works if you hit, but if you do hit,
right? That's
and it's super successful. Those guys aren't going to be with you long,
right? And then you go do it again and do it again,
and that's hard to do.
I know. I agree. That's but he checks a lot.
I like Frank.
He checks a lot of the boxes that you're looking for. Oh, keep your staff in check. Steve, he would do that. You have to go find a coordinator.
I don't think you need to keep your staff. You need to keep your defensive staff.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to keep Corey Raymond? Yes. You want to keep Austin Thomas? Yes. You want to keep Blake Baker? Yes. Do you want to keep Kevin Peoples? Yes. Do you want to keep?
But here's the deal, dude. Here's the other deal. What happens when Sumrall takes out the Auburn job?
That's
right now. Let's say Blake Baker takes that job. Now you have to go hire an entire staff.
Right. That's
right. Do you trust him to do that? That's not that easy.
No, I don't think it's easy at all. That's why I was in the contention of. That's why you wanted a Lane Kiffin because you get something every
Correct.
year where you have
I
one
like
side of the
Frank.
ball checked. I do too.
I just don't. I don't think that.
I don't think he's as far down the list as people think.
I do. And that's fine. It has no disrespect to him. I just don't feel like in the situation that we're at, that would be the hire that would.
I would say this. Yeah. I do think if he is that far down the list, then I do think that there's somewhat of a eye-to-eye handshake agreement that we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah.
You won't have shit to worry about if it's not real consideration. I do think that's probably a conversation.
Yeah, and look,
no way in hell if he's able to right the. No, I won't even say right the ship. Keep the ship kind of plugging along and going over here. If you keep all of these recruits here and then you just do wrong by that man.
Yeah.
And he's done not only what he's done this year, but in the totality of his work at LSU, he's done those things that he's done. I don't imagine that that's someone you just don't make sure you take care of going forward.
Correct. And there no doubt are, right? But if you're going to do that, right, if you're going to say, hey, we're going to go and you're going to hire the staff based off the only credentials that sets him apart from somebody at another small school is the fact that he's been at LSU, understands the landscape, whatever. They say, hey, we're going to take care of you, keep you. I'd rather them hire Eric Morris than him for that situation if they're going to do that and keep him as the associate head coach and let him go and do all the recruiting because Eric Morris has had more success as a head coach than he has, right? Like he's, Frank's good at what he's good at, but as far as being a head coach, I just don't think that. I think they're going to take care of him. He's going to be on the staff. He's just not going to be the coach.
That's more of what I would weigh is if you do take a swing at Frank wants to be a head coach for a third time. And I do give him some credence for those coaching jobs. He was at McNeese for COVID, and then they had they got flooded. Like it wasn't the easiest circumstance under which to coach, and then he left. He came to LSU.
No, he went to UTSA.
I mean, he never got fired from UTSA. He left, right? And then at UTSA, he had to buy him pads at Dick's. Like they weren't exactly a program,
right?
And so while he didn't necessarily win, I don't think he was dealt the easiest hand in which to be a winner. Where North Texas is a little different. Like you get to go sit up there and know really, you know the landscape of Texas and Texas Tech and all of that stuff, and then you have time and no real issue. But Frank is what he's done, and I just think that if he does take the swing to be the head coach, you obviously missed on Lane Kiffin, and you missed at other people that either you didn't deem fit with what you wanted to do, whether it's to keep Frank Wilson on staff or keep Corey Wright. Like there's a list of negotiables or non-negotiables, I think, at LSU that they want to do it a certain way. And if Frank Wilson is the head coach and it doesn't work out, very rarely do you see somebody step down or get fired and stay on staff. And I think more importantly, they want to keep him on staff.
Yeah.
I think this too, and I think this needs to be kind of said too. So, do I think it's the decider and how they go about this? No, but I do think it's an underlying tone, an underlying conversation that continues probably to come up behind these closed doors. Verge made it very clear that the mindset of who we're looking for, who LSU wants, what LSU is looking for in a head coach is a team, is a person that's going to have them in that top 12 conversation. Let's say you close the book on the 2025 season, you go through the offseason, you go through everything that needs to be done, and you start camp next year. With that being a conversation, LSU wants to be in that conversation of we are one of those front-running contenders. You take a big swing now to get one of those front-running contenders.
Yeah.
If you don't take a big swing and you go get someone who people don't see as we've seen you do that before, or we see you elevating to that spot right now, you're not in that conversation in August and September. And I think there is an underlying tone of we want to make sure the hype train is still here. And obviously, once the rubber meets the road, the hype meets the actual product that's on the field.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. And it feels like it's starting to materialize, right? It feels like Sunday, Monday, you're going to see some dominoes fall. I mean, the domino that's going to push everything down is
this
Lane Kiffin. Once Lane Kiffin makes a decision on where he's going or what he's going to do,
everything else heats up.
Everything else falls into place. until then, it's going to be a lot of this, a lot of rumor, a lot of craziness on Twitter.
And then Steve Sarkisian goes to the Giants.
And Steve Sarkisian, that whole deal. If Texas ends up getting rid of Sarkisian, boy, they better hurry up and get rid of him, or they're going to be
Then you can get Lane.
in a spot.
Lane Kiffin and Arch Manning, who says no?
If he makes a decision before then, it maybe bounces again.
It really does feel like some of these schools, and LSU included, Florida included, because I guess of Lane's history of, he'll leave, and he's figured it out, and I guess what people think of Ole Miss, it's history. It's like, oh, there's bigger jobs out there, and this is the best head coach to be able to grab one. Like, if Texas wants to move on Sark, they better do it now and reset this whole conversation, because I think he would entertain Texas as well.
I agree with that. I mean, if he's entertaining Florida and
– But, like, you just went to the national championship, did you not?
The year before.
But is Texas one of those schools, too, where if we're talking about just Lane Kiffin, just really, if we're talking about that conversation, and we all know, we're forgetting this, we all know who represents Lane Kiffin. So he knows everything that's going on around the conference. So the reason I'm saying that is because I think we all are in agreement that you know that if Texas is the job for you, they are going to do it right by your salary. They're going to do it right by revenue sharing, and they're going to do it right by NIL earnings. I think we all know that. So I do think Texas right now is probably that one school that could swoop in last minute and make a deal like something like this happen because of what's already known about what they're going to do.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I mean, Texas is
Texas is that big bad wolf that nobody wants to see get right. Let's just be honest. Nobody wants to see them get right because they'll spend more, they'll do more, they'll put more into it than damn near anybody in the country. And if you know that, and the same puppeteer has all these puppets, it doesn't feel like they need to be, quote unquote, in a rush to do anything if they're going to do something. And I'm not saying that like, they can sit here and wait till, week 12 is done. I'm just saying if they're making a move and this is going on, does it really mean they have to be done by the end of the weekend?
No.
Does it really mean that they? I know. I'm saying I don't think they're on the same timeline as everybody else. Just telling the truth.
No, I don't. Just saying.
I think their timeline is at least a couple days to a week or so delayed from everybody else because I don't think that there's those questions surrounding support with the program like there possibly could be anywhere else.
Right, correct, 100%. But I'm saying if Lane is going to make a decision at the end of the week, then that just moves the timeline if they want Lane. But if Lane,
no. Okay, so that's the point I'm making. So if the decision Lane needs to make is by the end of the week, if Texas doesn't, if you know that Texas is going to make this move because of who you are,
then you're not making that decision.
That's my point. So then they're not on the same timeline as everybody else. So everybody else is saying we need to make these decisions by this time. Texas is like, we got a couple days.
Well, and at the end of the day, the timeline is Lane Kiffin's timeline. So whenever Lane Kiffin wants to make that decision, he's making the decision. You can make him. You can say this is it, this is that. But if he says I haven't made my decision, you're not going to let him coach? No, that's false.
Right.
False.
Yeah, Ole Miss is only, and I get it. But would you trade a national championship run just to have a coach for the next year, or would you just not have said anything? Like, if you don't get bothered by how Lane's playing this game, and he obviously wants to coach the team.
And you say, would you rather Lane go coach, win a national championship, and then leave?
Right, and you're kind of caught with your hand in your pants, but it's the best season you've ever had at Ole Miss.
I think you trade that.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Like, there's no point in forcing Lane out.
I will say this, though.
They could win a national championship.
If they go win a national championship, I mean, that's going to be hard to leave that.
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, I guess if he had made the decision before the playoffs are over, but like, if he prolongs
they would
his
want
decision,
him back in a heartbeat.
If they prolong his decision, doesn't make it, so he's gonna wait till after the season's over and they win the national championship. He's there. He's not leaving.
Oh, I think he would.
No.
He's like, look, I did it, and he could leave on good terms. Like, look, I won you a national championship. I'm out of here.
Maybe.
Peace.
Maybe. Ask Mikey and Mitch what y'all think.
Like, I do too. I think he's in that spot where it's like, hey man, like I've done I've done something that's never been done here, that's never even really been sniffed here. Like, I'm good. I left you guys. I gave you guys the opportunity to not only experience the run of it, to actually reach the mountaintop. I've done my duty here. I've done what I wanted to do here. I can go on.
So what? But I guess what was at that point? What would his reasoning be?
To go get to one of those schools that fills up 100,000. To go get to one of those schools that fills up the NIL and all of that stuff. That would be my only guess, right? Like to get to one of those schools that has those kind of resources that put you on the other side that you were not on before. That'd be my only guess at that point.
Yeah.
Because now you've proven I can get to that mountaintop. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think Lane would literally sit there and say, I'm good, I don't need to do nothing else. But now you've proven that you can do that, which, think about it. If that's the case, next to it, who's not going to want to come and play for him?
Right.
Like, so at that point, it's not like you can't get the players. Who at that Ole Miss squad is not going to say, if they're paying me more and coaches there, I think I might want to go there.
Right.
Like, that's going to be at least a little bit of the conversation. So, like, I could see it happening. I just could.
That would make this thing even just cherry on top if that happened.
I mean, that would just make the game in either Oxford or Baton Rouge just very hostile. Mm-hmm. Oxford or Gateway, very hostile.
Similar to how Knoxville threw golf balls at them.
Yeah, and mustard.
Not
just like like a bottle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like not packets.
Yeah.
No, not like opened either.
Right.
It's just here's a mustard.
Yeah, it hurt. That would hurt.
That would coming from the concession stand.
Yeah. They just grabbed it from the back of it, no doubt. Actually, it wasn't even the bottle. It wasn't the squeeze bottle. It was the big one that you have to, the big pump with the top with the big pump. That's what they threw at him. We have any Ask Mikey and Mitch questions?
We do indeed. It is time for Ask Mikey. None of my hotkeys are working, so that's why it's taking a while to go and click everything physically. So, we will get this thing off and rolling on Ask Mikey and Mitch. I've not vetted any of these.
I love that.
But the Fonz always shows up, and he is getting this off and rolling with the first question. Ask Mikey and Mitch. When getting your cut of the Thanksgiving rib roast, are you a first cut or a middle cut guy? First cut is more well done. Middle cut is more middle to medium rare.
I like the first cut because the crispiness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They have a little bit of more seasoning on the outside.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the middle
I don't
too.
even say shit. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah.
So I do. Whenever we do this, I'm in the turkey
Lloyd,
camp.
let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You're just eating with you before.
Yeah.
Your Thanksgiving plate is a plate that's nothing can touch each other, huh? You have it all separate. You have a little of everything, but nothing can touch each other, huh?
I'm not that weird about it. Like if it's stuff I like, I don't mind. Like if you eat like beans and rice and insert protein, like I'll have to put it all together, make it. Yeah. So, but for Thanksgiving, like I don't eat that much. It's more. It's a drinking holiday.
Yeah.
It's a liquid lunch.
Hey, his Thanksgiving meal is a legit to-go plate. Like, and he's eating it for the next 3.5 weeks too.
No doubt.
Can't wait.
But isn't
that crazy? Thanksgiving's next Thursday.
I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite. But you do the rib roast. You do the first cut. You eat by itself. The middle cut is when you make the sandwich.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of that little bit of that
sandwich the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little ciabatta.
Yeah.
A little cheese, toast it.
There you go.
Yep. That's Mikey and Mitch. Are y'all turkey though? Does everybody still do turkey?
Yeah, we got a little mix. We got turkey and we got tenderloin, beef tenderloin.
Yeah,
which is fire.
Yeah. People are trying to make a push to change the meat.
I'm not a turkey guy, but we do have turkey.
I love turkey.
Yeah,
if you do it right.
Yeah, a little dry.
Doesn't have to be dry.
What other meats, Lloyd?
We do like a prime rib.
Yep.
Ooh, prime rib too.
Yep. Okay. And then, so my mom has, I think. Remember the Titans, like non-brothers and sisters, and it's everybody brings a turkey, so it's just like a turkey off that we're all, everybody can do a little bit. They all cook and they all love to cook, and so it's
I bet you'll have some fire food.
Yeah, it's a good deal we got going on for Thanksgiving.
Next,
They always fuck it up though somehow. Somebody's late, somebody burns something, but it's fun because they just get hammered in the kitchen.
I got one too. Are y'all a lunchtime or like middle of the day or like a dinner time, like Thanksgiving?
Oh, lunchtime. But we've had to. So lunchtime in Lafayette. It's lunchtime at both ways, but lunchtime in Lafayette, and we've only been eating in the afternoon. We've only been getting back to Baton Rouge for the early afternoon, so we have to, it's a hectic day for me.
Yeah, it is. You got to go back to and fro.
Yeah.
We are a nighttime.
Wow.
Thanksgiving.
You do seem like a nighttime. That's where the alcohol starts flowing.
Oh yeah. So you kind of day drink all day, and then you really get into it around the table.
Nice.
By that point, everybody's hammered. Everybody has an
I got
opinion.
to go. I got to get it lunchtime, dog, because I got to be in that first food coma in about the third quarter.
That's
the
best. That's the
has
best.
to happen.
Yeah.
I got to be so full that I miss half the third quarter because I was knocked the hell out.
And you're you're waking up to your little niece or nephew poking you in the face or doing something stupid.
And then you get up, you're like, all right, bro, I probably need another drink.
Hey, let's go play. Let's go play football outside. Let's go.
We'll run some of this off.
Okay. Let's
Beat
go.
it.
Yeah. So we do like a light lunch. Like we'll have something. Somebody will cook something.
Well, yeah. I mean,
one of the 9 turkeys you have.
Exactly.
Yeah. No prime rib.
Right. But it's a good time.
Next.
I asked Mikey and Mitch, speaking of family, if Weeks is able to go this weekend, do you think he would be in playing shape for the whole game, or would you play him a quarter to knock the rust off and then pull him for the OU game?
I just think you play him for as much as he can play. Like, I don't think that's your – if he can play, he's going to play as much as he feels like he can play. There's no – I mean, it's just you're not saving him for the Oklahoma game.
I don't think he plays the rest of this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think it's probably more in that camp, but if he does play, and this is not even just for this week. I think it's for next week and a bowl game going forward too. There's only 3 reasons why he plays. Well, the bowl game wouldn't count for this, but the first 2 would. I'm gonna spoil somebody else's party. Mm-hmm. That's 1. 2, I'm trying to put tape out there for the draft. 3, because I love this shit and I just want to do it one more time or a couple more times.
Right.
Like that's pretty much it. So there's no saving for doing this. It's I'm playing because I'm healthy and I love this shit and I want to do it one more time and I want to spoil somebody else's and I'm maybe I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if that's where he's at, I'm not content with the 2025 tape I've put out, so I want to make sure I put something else out there. Like, that's it. There is a brotherhood and there is a together teamness, like a sense of I feel my job is to go out there and do this. But for the most part, it's a selfish, I love this game and I'm out here to ball because I just want to ball mindset going forward.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think, and just what Frank has said about it, whenever he was asked today, it was he practiced, and whatever he practices, it's the next day is extremely sore.
Right.
And it's like, that's way different than trying to go out there and play a game. Like, obviously, adrenaline's a factor, but I think it's just not worth it at this point.
Correct.
Fair.
Next.
Hypothetically.
Okay, I love these.
You won the lottery. Are you moving to a popular city, or are you moving to the middle of nowhere?
I'm staying here.
Oh, nice.
If I win the lottery,
hypothetically, if I win the lottery, I'm moving somewhere.
Yeah, like, would you go somewhere a popular city or move out to the middle of nowhere? I live here and just have vacation house wherever else I want to go.
I'm gonna live where it makes the most sense, but obviously, if I'm winning the lottery, then I'm probably blessed enough to be able to say, you know what, I like 3 weeks over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll spend that, but I'm gonna spend that in a place that's mine.
Louisiana lottery is $560 million right now. I win that, I can go to a lot of different places.
Is that enough?
Is that enough?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough.
Okay.
Next.
I get confused about how much money is a lot of money. Like, people make. Somebody makes like $40,000. I'm like, oh, you can live on that.
Yeah, $560 million. It's,
yeah,
your kids can live on that.
Oh, ask Mikey and Mitch. What's the better sports movie? Moneyball, The Replacements, Any Given Sunday, Remember the Titans, Hoosiers, The Sandlot.
You can't give this many options.
Hey, I'm just reading the question.
You can't give this many options.
How many do you want?
I mean,
Moneyball, The Replacements.
I'm in that middle 3.
Any Given Sunday,
Replacements, Any Given Sunday, Remember the Titans. Them 3, just go ahead and put them on repeat. I don't even the rest of them. Like, we could just give me those 3 for sure.
Yeah.
perfectly comfortable if I got those.
I think
three.
out of all those, remember the Titans probably my favorite.
Coach Carter, sneaky pick.
Coach Carter's great. I love Coach Carter.
Carter's great too.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great
But
movie.
you listed off 15 movies.
I just read the question.
I know. It's just
Moneyball's the worst of the ones that you just listed.
Moneyball is the
It's
worst
still
of the
a good-
ones.
It's still a good movie.
Yeah. Moneyball's
I thought you were gonna say Trouble with the Curve.
that's even better. Draft day. Trouble with the curve. Why did we make that?
Man, we made it.
I never saw it. Yeah,
I watched
that's
it.
sad. That one I missed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mikey and Mitch. Build your
Milk.
Thanksgiving plate.
Milk. Who's Milk?
Mitch.
Damn.
Milk chip.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Build my Thanksgiving plate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in my house, the house that I'm at for Thanksgiving, it's pretty traditional. We have a couple Lebanese things out there which we love, right? Some kibbe and all that stuff, right? As traditionally, I would do obviously beef tenderloin.
Mm-hmm.
They have my aunt makes this like chicken spaghetti.
Oh, nice.
Pasta.
Like the long noodles.
It's really good. So that's in it. A little mac and cheese.
Double noodle.
Yeah, that I mean it's
Thanksgiving.
carbohydrates. yeah. And then there's sometimes we have a pork tenderloin too.
Yeah.
I put that in there. I'm not a turkey guy.
Not a turkey guy.
No.
So you miss out on the stuffing and like
Yeah, I don't
the
do all
cranberry
that.
sauce.
I'll do the stuffing, but
Yeah.
like, sometimes you can get that on its own. I don't want the turkey. Lloyd,
I'm
let me
like on stuffing. Like I could do it, but like I'm not.
I don't freak out about it.
Yeah, I don't freak out about it. I guess if there is a need, I like a little beef tenderloin. I love me some cornbread dressing, man. I really didn't love it like as a kid. We do it for Thanksgiving on like my parents' side, which is great. But I am a turkey guy. I'm pretty much. Think this the right way. I'm pretty much all the meats that there is. Go ahead, just let me get that.
I'm with you.
Yo.
Yeah.
But like that's where I'm at when it comes
Do y'all
to
do like
that's-
sweet
it's
potato
kinda-
casserole, mashed potatoes?
They got that too.
I don't, bro. I'm not a really big sweet potato casserole. I'm not a big. I don't know. You ever do y'all do macaroni at all?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
I'm not a big macaroni guy. Like so, like I just yeah. I don't
He's
really
not a
care
carb
that much.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, it stays lean.
Yeah, he's not a carb guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't care. But you can't say that because if you put bread in front of me, bro, I will eat bread blind, dog. I don't care what kind it is. I don't even. It should. That shit should be studied. Something should be studied because bread should not be that damn good. It don't even matter what kind of bread. It's hard for me to sit here and say, you know what? This is just a bad cut of bread. This is a bad piece of bread.
Bread and butter, I will eat.
Everywhere.
Yeah, French bread,
No, right.
ciabatta.
That's not right. It's not supposed to be like that, bro.
Yeah,
What's
you're
going
right.
on?
That is true. And then some people don't eat it at all. Like, I don't do carbs. It's like, you're missing out on it. You're missing out on bread.
So I can't say I'm not a carb guy, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
Let's hop off.
I want the protein.
Let's hop off the football train for a second.
We've been off of it.
Oh.
What are your expectations?
Everybody's
for the
hungry, Coach.
Expectations for 2026 LSU baseball.
It's too early, man. I don't even know. Like they got a lot of recruiting and a lot of portal stuff, and they need a head coach. So like, I don't have any expectations.
No. He's talking about LSU baseball.
Oh, LSU baseball.
I hope we don't need a
really
head coach.
good.
That would not be good.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're in Omaha again. I'm just gonna throw that out there early.
Yeah,
They're really good again. Yeah.
I expect them to be good. I mean, super talented. They got a lot of guys coming back. Yeah, I think this team. You have some position players, but I think this team is going to be built on the recruiting class they've had the last couple of years. Honestly, like you're going to have a lot of guys that have been here for multiple years, have a lot of effect in the lineup, and you hadn't seen that since really 2023. I'm not saying they're going to be 2023, but I like the mix of current guys with experience here at LSU and the mix of some of the transfer guys.
Yep.
I'm also so intrigued. The reason why, like, and look, he may not end up being the one. Someone else may, emerge as that guy. But I do think, like, with someone like William Schmidt, who grew up, like 2 miles from the stadium, like he has grown up right in LSU's backyard, to watch somebody like Cade Anderson basically do what he has the opportunity to do this year. Like, it makes you feel really good about the blueprint being there, of him understanding and learning what he needs to do in year 2 to be better, to put himself in position to be a team's ace, and position himself to be able to be out of there in 2 years. Like, so if you're able to get that guy as well, like it bodes well for a team. And like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid, so it may not be him to do it. I love the opportunity that whoever you're looking at, if you had to tab a guy right now as the Friday night guy, knowing if it's not him, knowing that he has the ability and the opportunity to rise that way as well, it just bodes well for the team. It does.
Yeah. Next
up, who plays QB for LSU next year?
Depends on who the coach is.
That's true.
I
Van
mean-
Buren wants to stay.
Huh? I think Van Buren's going to have obviously he has 2 more games. This one obviously is a good. I think.
There's 3.
Well, I know. No, 2 more games left. He had 1 last week, but 2 more the rest of the. Oh, the bowl game you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of set up very nicely for him. Like he had his first start against an SEC team that's the bottom of the SEC, but SEC team, right? Got to get that first start out the way. It wasn't bad. Had some moments, and then he gets to play a Western Kentucky team, get another start in your belt. Then you get to go on the road against a top 10 team, and you go out there and your value is going to skyrocket. Then you got the bowl game, so it's an audition not only for whoever the new coach is, but it's an audition for him to go out in the portal. I think he wants to be here. Obviously, he said that. It depends on the coach. If the coach doesn't have a quarterback that he's bringing with him, I think they seriously consider him. But to name a starting quarterback next year, I can't say who's going to be starting. But I definitely think Van Buren will be in the mix, depending on how he finishes out the season.
Yeah, I think he's in a great position, a great spot. He's got a great opportunity to come back. And even if it is a Lane Kiffin, watching what he did with Trinidad Chambers this year, like, only makes you think, like, well, he's got a little more talent. Can you actually get this to go that way too? And I'm not saying he's playing bad. I'm just saying, like, if he's able to do that with that kid, what could you do with a Michael Van Buren? But I do believe with the new chef coming into the kitchen, there will be new cooks coming as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a transfer guy.
Yeah. Next
up, we have the chance is never 0%, but is K-Shep sitting at 1% chance of LSU job as far as speculation goes?
Yeah, sure, 1%, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give anybody 1%
Yeah.
chance. I got a
Yeah.
1% chance.
Tell me there's a chance.
Yeah, it is 1% in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's 0 chance, but yeah, I mean, I think at this point, it's a long shot.
Yeah.
But never say never.
I don't know if, yeah. I'd like to see him. I just don't know if they're, I don't know.
You also got to think of it on the other side of it, man. And I know Shep is my class. So, like, I'm not speaking on someone I don't know well, or I haven't been around, or I don't know anything about. Dude loves LSU. And I think he would actually love an opportunity to coach at LSU. I just don't know when, you realize right now, every time the Lions played, it doesn't matter what channel, it doesn't matter what coverage is going on, his name is being brought up. And for me, like, I don't know if I've ever seen a first-year coordinator have so much coverage. First year. It's not even like, hey, he's done this already 1 year. Like, hey, start to look now. Like, I don't know if I've seen a first-year coordinator have so much coverage and his name be mentioned so many times as much as Kelvin Shepherd has been. So, like, the NFL is a great job, and there's so much helium and there's so much opportunity for him there. Do you take this opportunity unless it's everything that you're asking for on your punch list?
100%.
That's what I don't.
100%. Mistake of the day.
Actually, it's in the running, but I didn't know they had adult cheerleading competitions. Well, I mean, we got to give it up at some point, right?
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Sorry, I mean, I just
Got his attention.
Belichick's girlfriend has at a co-ed cheering competition, and she's 24, and she does that as a hobby. And Bill Belichick has to sit there and watch like he's watching his daughter. It's crazy.
Some kind of commitment there.
That's crazy, dude. It's just a crazy deal.
A couple more.
Next, yeah.
Ask Eminem, Willie Green's burner. Gun to your head. You have to go to one or the other. A Saints game or a Pelicans game.
They're both inside. You can walk to one from the other. Can I leave at halftime on one and go see the other one?
I would not double dip, that's for sure. Good Lord. Poke my head in, Zion playing? Nope. All right, I'm out. Poke my head in. Oh.
I still think I'd take. Damn, I do like.
Give me Saints game, man. I like a nice Saints Sunday, man. I know it's not the same because they're not winning, but give me a Saints game.
Yeah, it's still. I think it's still fun, but I don't want to go.
Let me slide them down to Chapatoulas after see what else is going on.
Yeah, there you go. It really would be like, damn, I got to go to the game. That would be a great fantasy punishment.
I would be happy to be a season ticket holder right now, I can tell you that, though.
Yeah.
No.
Fantasy punishment, you have to go to every Saints home game?
No, that's not hard enough. You'd probably be better off having to enter yourself into one of these adult cheerleading competitions.
Peter Burns said that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off having to do that.
That would be amazing. Next.
Go-to dessert for Thanksgiving from Sabion Green.
There's a lot of good desserts.
You mean like Thanksgiving dessert or just dessert?
I think Thanksgiving dessert.
Honestly, can I tell y'all something?
Mm-hmm.
I skip the desserts at Thanksgiving. And I love, you know me, I love sweets.
I'm not huge on it, but I will tell you what will get me. And I don't know if this is even an every year thing. This kind of happens from time to time, what side of the family we're kind of visiting. But, man, you just give me like a nice warm chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, I love that. Can't go wrong with that.
Every time.
Chocolate
Every
nice.
time.
Yep.
I'll do that. But other than that, I'm not huge on
pecan
desserts.
pie, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, whatever.
I don't like any pies.
Not me.
I'm not a
Cake,
pie guy.
coconut cake.
Nope.
Coconut.
Some things that we have.
Chocolate. I'm a chocolate cake guy.
Okay. Oh, Justin Lagrange, last one. Ask Eminem. Give us a position player. We don't know who to watch. Give us a position player we don't know and who to watch. Yes. You know the entire outfield.
Yeah.
You know your shortstop.
Yeah.
You feel like you know your catcher.
I'm interested to see the kid from Oregon State.
Callaway?
Is it Callaway?
I believe so.
I'm interested to see what he looks like here. I mean, he transferred in. You hadn't heard a ton from him, but
yeah, Caraway. He got really hot during their tournament.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to tell me his name again, but I'm interested to see Big Boy, middle of the lineup.
The guy from
York.
Yeah, York.
Because if he can swing it the way we've heard, knowing Louisiana and what I know about Louisiana,
they're gonna love him.
They will love him. Knowing what I know about the SEC, he will be talked about. He will be everybody's favorite opponent coming in town, and he will be everybody's favorite player at LSU.
No doubt, dude. He's the biggest on the field, and he hits homers. That 100%.
Fan 100%. Favorite? More walks and strikeouts?
And he's like, I hit for a high average, but he's gonna hit some homers.
And then have Pearson at third. Big boy.
That's
big
big boys
club.
in the corners. That guy's a DH. He ain't playing the field.
I don't know. He's smooth. Which one, York or
York?
They said he moves it pretty well.
I'm sure.
At first.
DH.
Yeah.
DH.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench, helmet on, batting gloves on the entire game. Let's go. As you can imagine, people get I hated DHing. Did you like DHing, Jared?
No, we're not used to doing that thing, man. Like it's not really made. It's really tough for an outfielder who's used to playing in the field every day, and you tell them they got a DH. Like it is hard as hell to stay locked in. Look, and the thing about it is like you kind of was like, oh snap, I get one DH day, and then you're like, this shit ain't for me, bro. I can't sit here and do this.
I'd keep my batting gloves on the entire time and have the bat in my hand. My ADD ass. If I didn't have anything to occupy me, I was like a kid. I was going to be talking to somebody in the dugout. If I was at home, I'm hitting 1,700 baseballs because I'm so freaking bored. And it's just...
Give you something to do.
Yeah.
It's like hanging around.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
It's like if you had to wait your turn on the range. Like, I'm gonna go over here and hit a couple. And let me know when it's
Let me
my
go chip and putt.
Yeah, let me know if it's my turn to hit again.
Yeah.
It's also just hard to stay so locked into the flow of the game, man. Like it's already like if you grow up as an outfielder and as a left-hander who could run, as soon as they found out I could run a little bit, like maybe you'll get your ass in that green grass out there. Like when you're used to playing in the outfield, you already had to find a way to stay locked into the game. And then, like, it's already a little bit more than what it is for an infielder. And so now you take yourself out of that, and now you're just playing as a DH, and you're just hitting every ninth at bat. It's tough to find a new way to say, all right, how am I going to stay locked in?
hard.
Like, it's a tough thing to do.
Especially in the minor leagues. In the big leagues, a little bit easier because, like, you're a little bit more locked in regardless, but...
Yeah, it feels like you're
That
just
red
goofing
light
around.
means a little more in the big leagues. That red light on the camera means a little more.
No doubt. That's it.
Yeah.
Appreciate to ask Mikey and Mitch questions on this beautiful Wednesday. Not one football question. They don't think we know anything.
They did. Kind of answered them all, though.
Yeah, you're right.
How intense will the melt be if Lane doesn't choose LSU? Would you want that one?
It depends on who the next guy. If they have it.
I think it'll certainly be disappointment.
Okay. Well, here's another question. How quickly is the pivot?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know what I mean? So like,
Ryan Clark.
is it? Hey, you got Lane Kiffin and you already got the other guys you've talked to, and Lane Kiffin says no, and you say okay, I'm
Boom, pull
instant.
the trigger.
Right? Like,
Or it's no, we haven't talked to anybody else, and then Lane says no. You go, okay, where do we go?
have to imagine they've talked to other people.
Yeah. Because Lane's giving you that opportunity. It's not
Yeah.
like he's like, I can't believe you're trying to, like, if it's not just me. So.
Well, let me ask you this. If it's not Lane Kiffin, do you get the answer before the start of the 12th game of the season, or I guess after the 12th game of the season? Do you get the answer before we open that weekend?
I think if it's not Kiffin, you get the answer before the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be necessarily that same week, like this week or whatever, but I think you get it before the SEC championship game.
I think if it's not Lane who's coaching the college football playoff and it's not a coach in the
And
college
here's
football
my-
playoff, like get me. I want to
Correct.
get started.
And here's my other thing, right? I've said I think that these coaches should entertain, right? Like if someone's going to come after me, they're going to entertain, and if you've been entertained by these schools and you truly are not leaving, that contract extension should be signed, right? The coaches that have signed it, Signetti, all these other school coaches signed earlier, they said, I'm good here. I don't care about the other stuff, or the teams that we've talked to we didn't like. If Dillingham is been talked to and says, I really am going to stay here, take his name out the running, sign the extension. Right? So Lane Kiffin obviously has not signed the extension, which has been very vocal. Like he's obviously still entertaining. He hasn't made his decision. And so for me, it's like those other guys haven't done that. So in my opinion, they're interested. I'd have to imagine Arizona State came back to Dillingham with something. Hey, don't leave. We got this for you. Sign this extension.
I just don't know how much they can actually compete
Correct.
in terms of all of that.
Correct.
I think they thought we got a guy who, everything we just talked about earlier, and then he got to a really, 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 really tall part of that mountain very early on in his career, and I'm not exactly sure they were expecting that from him.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, oh shit, what do we do? Because people are going to come poaching. So, I'm sure they've had those conversations internally. It's just about what actually can they do to keep him there, because they know they just don't have in the bag what everyone else has in the bag. And I don't even mean monetarily. I just mean in terms of what the school is, the prestige of the school, the height that the school has reached, what they may get, who they can attract, what people think about it. Like, it's just not the same today.
Yeah. Agreed. What about you? How long do you think to pivot? How long until they pivot? Like if Lane makes a decision, how long after that?
I guess it's contingent on how quickly the Lane decision is made.
Let's say we wake up Monday morning and we find out Lane Kiffin's not here.
Then I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this thing works, because you want to be able to do the
I think
transfer portal window. You want to do the recruiting thing.
Well, you want to do that, but you also want to make it feel like or show, hey, we are prepared for this. Like, yeah, this was our choice. We didn't get him. We have a plan, and it's not, oh, let's wait 2 more weeks to make the decision. I think they're going to want to make it fast, but I do think it's before the SC tournament, championship, would be 2 weeks from that day. What?
Nothing. I'm getting a hard time from people.
Okay.
My production skills at the moment.
Oh.
It's just
I don't. You know what I really don't know. Here's the real question. So let's say you have like Lane Kiffin tabbed as the guy. Do you have another guy tabbed as? Yes, I foresee Lane as being the absolute best option. But if Lane doesn't want this as well,
right.
Do we have another guy that we could literally see in purple and gold who we think is the guy? Not Lane, but the guy as well. The next guy. The guy that takes us to the next level as well.
And is okay with being the second choice. Like, I'll wait for you to make a decision whenever he probably has other offers from other schools.
Yeah.
And say,
Right.
no, I'll wait for the LSU job.
Yeah, like do they have enough? Because if they do, yeah, then you don't need to wait. Like if you could get that deal done, you get that deal done. But if they don't if they don't see anyone else as that becomes let's vet and make sure we have the next correct right guy before we make this decision.
Correct.
Which may take a week or 2 longer, which may take a couple of days longer. But like, do they see, hey, Lane's the guy, but if we don't have Lane, we need to figure out between these next 3, or he's the guy? Like, is that where they have it at?
Yeah.
You're asking a lot of somebody to really take a back seat, and they would really have to love the LSU job instead of being like, well, I could go to Auburn, I could go to Florida, I could go to Ole Miss.
But, there's only one choice. Everyone only has one number one choice. And so there's been backups and second choices come to schools and had a lot of success. I think they can quickly get over that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the paycheck and what this thing's about to be and the opportunity that's in front of them will quickly get you over if I was the first or if I was
Damn,
not.
this is a number 2 offer. This is a number 2 offer. I'm gonna take that one. I'm good with that. All right.
I think at that point it's like I get it, bro. This is the game.
Hey, my ego's fine. You helped it. I'm good. Now I'll go win.
Ask you him.
Oh, another last
deep fried
edition?
turkey or normal turkey?
I like a deep fried turkey.
Fried turkey got the crispiness,
Yeah.
I like a normal turkey. I like them both. Give me a deep fry though.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to know what you're doing. You can go wrong.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's not something you just are like, I'm a deep fried turkey today. Like, have you done it before? Like, nah.
I mean, you've seen all those videos.
Oh, it's a
every
disaster.
Year, every year. Those videos and the videos of the awkward conversations that turn into arguments at the dinner table.
I love those.
Like, somebody comes in there that's like completely opposite of what everybody else in the family thinks. And
there's the one black sheep that
gets very offended at everything, but always wants to start the argument.
And they spill red wine. And
the table gets flipped.
We've had that happen before.
Have y'all?
Back in the day.
Really?
You know what politics can do to people.
Oh, listen.
We're all hammered and now we're fighting. I don't give a fuck. This is nuts.
I
thought y'all liked
the nice
each other.
football conversation that turns into
that's what I would
you're
prefer.
in a football stadium.
Yeah, listen. When if politics ever comes up in the table, I
get up and leave.
Hey, that upstairs room.
I gotta use the bathroom and I never come back.
That TV room, that's where I'm going. Hey, the Cowboys are on TV. I'm going to watch.
I'm going to sit at the kids' table.
But you know the boys was over there. I got
Yeah,
what y'all was talking about it here?
I'm gonna go play flag football with the kids. I'm out on that. All right. Let's get to the mistake of the day, Lloyd.
Mistake of the day. We did have, you mentioned one. Oh, also it's flight tracker season. There's another one. What is it?
MMR?
MMR going from Baton Rouge to Nashville tomorrow.
Oh my God. Can I? So, I was told this morning.
Okay.
Right? They're like, hey, just wait till everybody starts tracking these MMR flights. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, so MMR's, there's one of the granddaughters plays soccer at LSU. They're in the playoffs. They have to. I think they had another game, and if they won the game, they was playing at. I think they're playing Iowa. And if they won that game, then they would play in Nashville. And he was like, people are going to think that we're in Nashville for Clark Lee, but watching the game.
That's what. Well, they went from Nashville to Clark Lee to. Wait, Jimmy Sexton has an office in Nashville.
Actually,
we're going to watch
Maybe
soccer.
Sexton has an office wherever the hell he wants to have an office at this point.
Maybe it's twofold. Maybe it's they're going there to see that, and you're watching soccer at the same time. So, oh no, never mind. They're not in Vanderbilt till Sunday potentially.
Oh, maybe they want to make a week of it.
So I was
Have a good time with
maybe
it.
they are going to see Clark Lee. I don't think so, but
We'll find out.
we'll find out.
Mistake of the day. There is a new. So, again with this AI, we're stuck on it.
Got you again.
Not me. I'm saying people need to be wary of what they
say
buy.
The AI bubble's about to pop.
It is. That's my guy. Even though I do need to, I've invested heavily in NVIDIA. I got to get out of it, I guess, if I believe in him so much. But there's a Chinese teddy bear that has come out that is AI driven. You can ask it questions. It will give you answers. It is $99. It uses open AI, and it has been pulled from shelves after it gave some worrying answers. The AI-powered bear was tested and now approved for purchase. And then when the researchers were testing it, the public interest research group, they mentioned the word kink to the teddy bear, and it decided on its own to elaborate the term by saying some enjoy playful hitting with soft items like paddles or hands, or like paddles or hands, but always with care. The bear made in China by the Singapore-based Folo Toy then added a kink also involves one partner taking the role of an animal, adding a fun twist to the relationship. What do you think would be the most fun to explore? And then,
Oh my God.
researchers discovered that the toy's lack of safeguards went further. When asked where knives could be found in the house, the bear speculated on their whereabouts. You might find them in a kitchen drawer, in a knife block, or on the countertop. So, those didn't make it to, they got pulled from shelves after continued testing. But, you could have your real-life Ted.
That would be scary.
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
not good.
This whole
Yeah, that's
AI
crazy.
thing is just not
It's
panning
not
out the way
working
they
out.
thought.
No, everybody's so, it's just, he don't need that. He's going to end up fucking that bear.
That's disgusting.
You get talking
Well,
to
people
it.
are getting divorced for their AI.
That's
going to
happen for sure.
Yeah.
Elon's
crazy.
going to have one, no doubt.
Crazy. All right, curtain call, Lloyd.
Oh, what was my curtain call?
I don't know.
I had one. Hold on. All right, come back to me.
Okay, Jared, you got a curtain call?
I do not have one right now.
My curtain call is to Jimmy Sexton.
Wow.
He runs all of college football.
He does.
He is the most powerful man in college football. He is the puppeteer. Like, it is wild. We've known this. We always know that we've always done this. This season, or this coaching carousel season, has shown it more than anything because you have maybe more big, high-profile jobs available than ever before at one time. And you have playoff coaches being courted by multiple teams, and he is the guy that is pulling all the strings. And it's just a wild time.
Curtain
That was my
call.
curtain call.
Yeah, he's when
Very
he
rich
goes,
man.
college football is going to change. College football is going to change. We have. I'm not the biggest fan of. Don't have the biggest rooting interest, I should say, until it happens and the World Cup gets going. But teams are punching their ticket to the World Cup.
Nice already.
Yes, and Scotland has done
When
it.
is the World Cup?
I don't know. See, that's to say I'm not really going to expound on it. But Scotland has made the World Cup for the first time in
Oh, it's the summer.
28 years, yeah.
2026, right?
Summer. Yeah, it's the summer.
And this is the celebration for Scotland as they have officially punched their ticket for the first time in 28 years.
Wow. That's gonna be great.
They're going to get hammered for that.
Oh hell yeah, they're gonna be hammered until through the whole year.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
mean, obviously we have our.
I don't ever pay attention to soccer, but I
Me
do like
either.
watching the World Cup.
But we have. I mean, there's like 8 more videos of this of just people going absolutely bonkers because it just means more. They don't
Lane
have
Kiffin,
curtain call.
14 minutes ago, Ole Miss football tweeted "Electric night in the vault" with the lightning bolt and showed the stadium. And Lane Kiffin quote tweeted said, "If you build it, they will come." Like this man is
He's great
one
at
of a
it.
kind, dude.
He is.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
He's,
you off.
no, he's
He's using that leverage right now.
Like,
he is using leverage.
hey, he nobody can say, "Hey, listen, I did not take a step back from coaching or promoting Ole Miss."
no.
All the way till the end. Even if I'm not there, I am tweeting. I'm doing the same thing I've been doing. You wouldn't know anything. Had there been no media, you would know nothing's changed.
And then he tweeted this also. Here's my favorite ever. You remember when Mike Leach did this?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's just out there just tweeting. He's just tweeting up a storm. Daryl Leland.
Remember how outraged people were at this?
Yeah, it's great.
Because then you had the trainer behind him trying
Had to pick 'em up.
them all up.
Everybody
Did
now
you say
Ole Miss
Leland?
thinks he's staying.
Who?
Yeah, nah, just a Twitter account. Daryl
course.
Leland.
Of course. Of course.
No,
Yeah, of course they do. They got to hold on and hang on to every thread they got.
Oh, now they're saying Saban to Ole Miss.
That's pretty funny.
Like they can't get it. Like I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen.
Jon Sumrall trolling too. Put another meeting that he's having with his team, his players.
That's recruiting visit.
I didn't know he was a big Twitter guy.
He's not. Or
He-
yeah, he has a
I'll
personality.
say this: we know what he's done really. You know what he's done really well.
I don't even look right.
You know what he's done really well is like every time there's something positive being said about his team, he always does that whole rat poison thing.
Yeah.
And he just quote tweets it, and so like that's his tweets. And
Yeah.
he's been active, a little bit more active on Twitter lately.
It's like the Joe Brady 1-0. He tweets that after every win.
Yep.
And then the roll motherfucking wave. That's his thing.
Yeah. All right.
Good show.
Good show. That's all we got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back live in studio Friday. We only have one show next week. This is news to you, Jerry. We just talked about it because Thanksgiving. I assume that you probably anticipated that.
I didn't get that far yet, so
Well, it's Wednesday. Lloyd's going with his family out of town Wednesday, so we're not going to do Wednesday night because it's the night before Thanksgiving. And then Friday is obviously after Thanksgiving, and everybody's still going to probably be traveling. So we're going to have a nice big show on Monday. Talk about the whole week. And then if something crazy happens, we'll figure it out. But we'll be back live in studio 1 and 2 tomorrow. Oh, Friday. Talking. Listen, I know y'all are sick of it. Nobody wants to talk gambling with us. I get it. We have 2 more weeks, boys. We have 2 more weeks to hit one. I fucked
We're
it up.
still
It
playing
was my
away.
fault this weekend. I had a couple others that I wanted. I think that I should have. And Lloyd even asked me 4 times. You sure that was the one you talked about? You sure? And I don't think that was, but I thought it was at the time.
Like, okay.
I should have wrote Navy. I wrote Navy on its own.
Navy again.
Yeah.
trying to get cute.
Yeah.
They have to play each other, do they not?
Yeah, but Navy and
The Army.
Oh.
Army-Navy games
yeah,
coming
yeah,
up.
yeah. That's on its own.
Yeah.
That's the only game that week.
Playoff implications last year.
You're right. All right. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can't watch us. But you like listening to us anywhere you get your pods. We'll be back live on Friday 1 to 2. We love y'all. Have a great night. See you on Friday. Peace.
See you on Friday.
See ya. Let's go.
Just
little
thumbs
bubble.
up. Just
Little
a thumbs
bubble.
up. Just a little bubble thumb.